Hello everyone, this is Biswajit Tripathi. In this video, we'll be discussing regarding Snowflake architecture. Okay. In the last video, we discussed that Snowflake is a cloud data house and it was built for the cloud and built from the scratch, and it is designed to handle modern big data and analytics challenges. Okay. So if we discuss about Snowflake architecture, it combines the benefits of both symmetric multiprocessing and massively parallel processing architecture. So what is the difference between those two? So symmetric multiprocessing, it is a tightly coupled multiprocessor system where processors share resources such as operating system, memory and IO devices and common bus, right? But if we consider it massively parallel processing, those were the coordinated processing of a single task by multiple processor, but each has its own operating system, memory and IO devices. Okay, so to understand this concept, so let us think of an analogy. If you want to do a laundry, right? So you have to go to laundromat. You have two options, right? You can go to laundromat when there will be no one available. So let's consider a weekday. So when everyone has gone to office, or on a Friday night, no one, everyone is going to a party. So at the same time you can go to laundromat. You have many washing machine where you can do your laundry, right? And you can use multiple washing machines, so they have their own system, right? So that will be uh, massively parallel processing, right? Because it is always faster because you are using the processing capabilities of individual processors. But if you go in a busier time, right, in the peak time when you go to a laundromat, you will have only one washing machine and you have to do the processing, right? Do your washing, right? So that was the basic difference between symmetric multiprocessing and massively parallel processing. So Snowflake uses its storage layer. You can see here, right? This storage layer, it is a centralized storage which is a replica, which is using the SMP architecture, symmetric multiprocessing architecture. But at its computing layer, it is using the massively parallel processing architecture, where each of these, known as virtual warehouse, okay, they will have their own computing nodes and own computing power, right? And so based on your needs, those can be scaled up and scaled down. All the computing nodes can be scaled up and scaled down. Okay. And at the service layer, Snowflake manages its own authentication and authorization process. So once you create a Snowflake account, so while logging in and logging, so it will manage all the information, right? All the authentication and authorization process. Then it manages its own infrastructure. You don't have to worry about, we discussed that, we don't have to worry about how many nodes will be created, when to scale up and scale down the computing nodes. We don't have worry about all these underlying hardware and software management maintenance, right? Then it also be responsible for the transactions, security and governance. Then it also do the optimization in its own way. But though it is a SaaS model, we need to have the very little optimization capabilities with us, right? Then when we come into the storage, it stores the data in a internal compressed columnar format using data using cloud storage, right? So when it comes to, when it is AWS, it is that cloud storage is S3. When it is Azure, it is blob storage. When it is GCP, it is Google Cloud Storage. So Snowflake manages all aspects of it data storage, and customers will not have any direct access to file storage here. So your data you can only access through via SQL, right? So when we create a table, and when we create a staging area, copy the data from cloud storage to Snowflake database, Snowflake staging area, you will see how the file structure will be listing all the files and all. So then you will be uh, understanding in a better way how to extract the data uh, through SQL, right? Will not be able to go to the file and check how the files are and how the data is stored there. So that's how it is very easy to from the end user perspective. It is very easy to use the interface. Okay. Then apart from that, Snowflake has many unique features, which is data sharing, and where you can share the real-time data with end users. It has the time travel capabilities, so where you can come down till 90 days in enterprise edition, where you can see the data, historical data till 90 days, right? Now, so if you have a table and you have dropped it, you can undrop. If within 90 days you can undrop the table and you can still see the data. And also it has the database replication and failover task, and it has a zero copy cloning feature. So we'll go into that in the latter part of the videos. Okay. So if we try to understand how virtual data warehouse being used in the Snowflake, right? So let's say you consider the traditional data warehouse, okay, and you are running the ETL processing overnight. So during that heavy ETL processing, many business user cannot use the data warehouse a lot, right? Because we don't have many resources available, and at the same time there are different teams, marketing team, sales team, inventory team. They want to run their own reports, and they want to run their complex queries so that they can calculate their attribution model and all. But we have in an organization, we have every team and every process is important, but data warehouse is a bottleneck. But in Snowflake, every team or department, they can have its own virtual warehouse. When we talked about this computing layer, right? So every team, they can have their own virtual warehouse that can be scaled up and scaled down immediately depending on their requirement, right? And they can also they can have also independent ETL processes which can use their virtual warehouse that will be running overnight, right? That means data warehouse is not a bottleneck anymore, right? And they can organization can derive the true potential of the data now. Okay, so that is all about the Snowflake architecture. In the next video we'll discuss how to create a Snowflake account, and we'll see how to create tables, and we'll explore the Snowflake web interface and other different capabilities, right? Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe this channel. Thank you.